Hello friends, Editing John here, just popping in at the start here to say if there's any background noise, and there may well be, I do apologise. It's a very warm day, so my computer's running very hot. There are roadworks just outside of our house. There is building work going on in our neighbour's house, and there is a helicopter buzzing backwards and forwards. I think it's the hospital, the air ambulance. Is buzzing back and forth, so there may be some background noise. I will do my best to edit it out, but I may not be able to, so I apologise in advance for that. Hope you enjoyed the episode nonetheless. Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. We are on day 16, so we're 2 days into the current drought. We got 4 days left. It's not going to be a problem for us. We've got our new reservoir still pretty much full. We've got one large water pump here draining from it. Over at our other reservoir, we've drawn maybe half a tile worth of water out. We've got both of our pumps on over here, but we're virtually full in terms of water storage, so they're not taking a huge amount. They don't need to. Over in our new planting area, as you can see, we've got our bridge across, or our overhangs across. And what I'm going to do down here, I'm going to pop in some steps down there, and we'll bring a path along just to be, sure, we should be fine, but we'll bring that across anyway. And we are going to lay in dynamite all the way through here. And we are going to drop this whole section down by 1. So it's the same depth as the rest of it here, essentially. And then we can actually sort of fill it up a little bit. I did mention I was going to probably put in levees across here. And replace these single tier floodgates with double tier ones. I mean, honestly, we could just block this off with levees, or down here with levees. I think we'll keep it with floodgates because we might want to come down and do something with this. Now, obviously, this does get bad water. I believe this gets bad water. I'm not entirely sure where from. Oh, from here. There we go. So as this fills up, bad water spills this way and through here down onto this section here. We do want to sort of shut this off at some point, I suspect. But anyway, back here we're going to want to fill this with explosives and bring it down anyway, and then we are going to want to put in levees around here to give us a bit more depth. But that's an ongoing thing. We'll do that later. Over on the other side of our map, down here, as you can see, we are busy putting in our new mine. We are okay for logs. We are getting the gears. We should be fine for gears. And we've got all the treated planks. So that's just a case of getting the last sort of 24 gears in, which are already there. And what I'll do now is I'll switch all of these to just accept rather than obtain. That'll free up some of our haulers. Let's have a look. What is... I think we're on half workforce there already. That should be on. We've got 19 unemployed beavers at the moment. So we're not shy of workers. What I will do... Where are we? There we go. I will set up a string of medical beds just there, because we'll probably want them. And in fact, we can put in a string of contemplation spots as well. Just because if we look at our well-being, contemplation spots aren't great. We also need more campfires and rooftop terraces, but I'm not going to put any of that down here, I don't think, or am I? No, you know what? Let's put a campfire down there as well. Why not? Why not? Okay, over here, back at our new reservoir, we've got a log cutter up here getting rid of all of these dead trees. And then we are going to use dynamite to bring all of this down as well to this level here. So the same level as the height of our retaining walls here. So we'll bring all of this down all the way around. Might even do the same up here. Bring all this down as well. Don't know. But definitely we want to do that around this edge. Okay, well that's what's happening at the moment. I guess I'll spin on. What are we on? I mean, we're halfway through the drought now, so I may as well spin on till the end unless something drastic happens. There we are then. That's the end of the drought. Obviously we did fine. Still plenty of water, loads of food. We are in the process of sort of filling up our storage. Maple pastries are lagging behind a little bit. We don't have a huge amount of wheat flour at the moment. I've got 2 of our bakeries making cattail crackers. We should be able to sort of get close to filling that up fairly soon. One of them is still making maple pastries. I've got both of our grindstones. Are they grindstones? What are they called? Grist mills, that's the ones. 2 of our grist mills are making wheat flour, or both of our grist mills are making wheat flour at the moment, just so we've got enough to turn into maple pastries. Everything else we're good for. Yeah. As you saw, we've used the dynamite to drop the level of this little section here. And I'm in the process, if we spin around, of laying in everything on here to set up for double floodgates and to block this area off to make this slightly deeper. Yeah. So we are working on it. We're getting there. Obviously, we'll need to deepen this to sort of save our trees at the back here. But other than that, we're fine. These have still got, what, a week before they die. So it should be fine. This should be filling again now that the water is returning. And it should start spilling out through our overflow tunnel fairly soon. I am going to open up one of these sluices so we get some more water through here. And I will drop this to 0.8 seems about fair. At least for the moment, at least till we've got everything else in place. And then we can fill that up a little bit more. I'm not sure about this sort of natural overhang here, whether we're going to leave that there or take that out. I might take it out. I might even sort of demolish all of this section here. Bring this all down to the same level as this. Just to give us a little bit more water storage in this area. We certainly don't need these berry bushes. We certainly don't need the storage or anything like that. I mean, that's been full forever. So we're not short on berries at all. Yeah. Over on the other side of our settlement, our mine is in, and you can already see that our injury rate has jumped slightly. Now we've got these down here. It's probably worth tell you what, let's pop this over here. We'll get some. Where do I want to put this? I'm going to put this here. We're going to have a large water tank there. We'll bring a path over. And we'll also have a bunch of small warehouses along there. And we will store... What shall we store? Bread. We'll store... Might as well store carrots. We'll store... Yeah, maple pastries. And Grilled spatterdock. Yeah, grilled spatterdock. Let's get that in there as well. I mean, there's nothing stopping us putting another load along there, is there, really? But that will do for the moment. At least if there are beavers that need to use these medical beds, they'll have access to food and water as well. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, we are making good progress getting rid of all the dead trees up here. So let's pause you. You empty? You're empty. Let's get rid of you. So there's this one. Just has a couple more to get rid of, and then we can start laying in some explosives, I think. So let's get rid of you now that you're empty. Now, how far down does this need to go? This needs to come down by 3. So, can we reach everything? Yes, we can. Alright. Let's start laying in these explosives here then. Like so. Then this will be a tier 2 explosives, and this will be tier 1. I mean, it's going to be a lot of explosives, obviously. We do have 800 in storage. Extract, we have 600, so we should be alright. At least initially. We'll see how that goes. Okay, down in our main... the main bit of our colony here, I am going to get rid of this large water pump, because we really don't need it. We've got 2 on both of our lagoons, and, yeah, they're not all turned on. Oh, that's what I will check. Okay, I was going to check that I've got this sluice open, but by the fact that it's already raising the water level in here, I think it's probably safe to say that it is open. But we will just double check, because I don't want to make that mistake again. You are open. Excellent stuff. Good, good, good. Right. Yeah, so everything's going well. We should have water flowing through here. We do, so this should be filling. This is now filling from this end as well. Okay, right. So, we are going to need to start dropping our floodgates here. I think I'm just going to drop those 2 to 0.6, and I'll drop this one to 0.75, and we'll see how it goes. We'll likely end up with some flooding, because we always do. But hopefully we should be okay. Okay, day 4 of this cycle, and we are still waiting to get all this done, because we are absolutely, completely out of logs. We are dry in terms of logs. So, yeah, we set up this planting area a little late, it seems. Maybe a week or so earlier would have been more useful on that. We did have a couple of full-grown ones left over from what was already there, which have now been cut down. I've got our forester and our log cutter active over here, but yeah, we are very short of logs. What do we need here? We need another 10 logs for that, and then, yeah, 36 there, another 1 there. Yeah, so we need about, 40 odd logs that we don't have yet. So it shouldn't take too long to get them, in all honesty. In fact, as soon as we get the next 9, we can demolish that and get a few back there anyway. But yeah, it's less than ideal, I think we can probably say. Our injury rate has plummeted again. We are absolutely fine for injured beavers at the moment, so that's good. Across here, we've got our water storage in. We've got our campfire in. We're obviously waiting for the logs to be able to build all these warehouses. But other than that, we're all set up. Yeah, I think we're doing all right over here. Our log cutting and maple syrup collecting and pine resin collecting, all that. Yeah, all going well. I did switch one of our grist mills back to making cattail flour because we're running low on that. We're not increasing our supply of maple pastries as quickly as I would necessarily like, but we do only have 1 baker working on it. We are increasing our stock of cattail crackers quite impressively, though. So once that sort of tops out, we'll switch over the bakeries to start making maple pastries as well. So that's what we're doing there. We're just trying to sort of level everything out. Grilled chestnuts, we are increasing our number there. In fact, I think what I'm going to do... Okay, I've switched all of our little grills here over to making grilled chestnuts briefly. Obviously, they're not going to make any at the moment because they require logs to do so. And, as previously discussed, we don't have many logs. But that's okay. Okay, down here we've got our 3 double floodgates in. I'm going to close them completely, and then I'm going to demolish these 3 floodgates there. So that'll give us like 20 odd logs back, which is good. So hopefully this shouldn't take much longer to get completed now. All right, I will spin on for a few more days then, see how we go. Right then, day 7, and all of this is filled up. We've got a little bit of maybe flooding problems around here that we might need to attend to, but everything's okay at the moment. I've got these set down. Oops, that's a levee. That's not what I wanted. I've got these floodgates set down at 1.7. So everything's flowing through here well enough. This doesn't seem to be causing a major problem. But again, I might want to get rid of that eventually. At the moment, not a problem. Yeah. So our overflow is overflowing. We have one of our sluices open down here. And up here, nothing seems to be bursting its banks. I have switched both of these on, just so we can sort of fill up all of our storage. Yeah, it's all going well. Over here, the water is intermittently flowing through both of these little sections here. This one seems to be flowing pretty much constantly, but this one, yeah, kind of comes and goes, you know. But it's fine. It just means that this is mostly full. We do have both of these on as well. So, yeah, we're getting plenty of water in. Logs, not so much. Still very short on logs. Food-wise, we're doing all right. Maple pastries still not massively increasing their number, but I think we're eating quite a lot of them as they come in, honestly. Our grilled chestnuts are increasing, which is great. Obviously, we're using a lot of logs to grill those. But yeah, other than that, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Up here, we are progressing with getting all these explosives laid in. It's a little bit far away from everything to be, you know, useful at the moment, but it will improve. It will definitely improve. I did reduce the working hours down to 14, so they get a little bit more time for leisure and to get back from the sort of extremes of our colony to their lodges and to all of the entertainment stuff. Yeah, our injury rate is up and down. It's not too bad at the moment. Let's say an injury, 6 injured beavers, I'm okay with. That sounded quite bad, didn't it? Yeah, I'm fine injuring beavers. That's not a problem. Animal cruelty? Yeah, we're all for it here. No, that's not what I mean. But an injury rate of 6 isn't too bad with a mine and all of the industry that we have going on. So it's okay. But yeah, everything else is going all right. We do need to think now about our final monument, the recultivator, and where we're going to put it. Ideally, it wants to be somewhere where it will reach all of our existing lodges. That's going to be tricky to find somewhere, I think. So if we spin around here and have a look... I mean, if we flatten all of this and move some of this storage just there, it would cover everything that exists. It wouldn't cover anything that we put up over there, but it would cover our existing housing. Hmm. Yeah, and actually if we put any further housing up here, that would still reach, wouldn't it? I don't know if we'd be able to get a zipline station up there. It might be too steep. We'll have to have a look once we bring all of this down to the right level. There's an idea. It's an idea. We could put it in there, but don't know yet. We'll have to think about it. Okay, I'll spin on for a few more days. We'll likely get the drought or bad tide warning in the next 4 or 5 days, something like that. I do want to get our log supply up and running again. That would be very nice. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, day 12. We've got ourselves a bad tide on its way. That's okay. That's not a problem. All of our sluices should be on automatic, in theory. So we should be all right for that. Again, in theory. What I'll likely do with this one over here is close it up early and make sure it's under pressure so that we don't get any bad water leaking through. Oh, I've just noticed down here. Oh no, we're all right. A little bit of erratic flow through there is just sort of disturbing our wheat planting a little bit, but we're absolutely fine. We're full storage in terms of wheat. In terms of everything else, our grilled spadadock is decreasing slightly, so I'm going to switch one of our grills. In fact, I'm going to switch our grills back over to one on potatoes, one on spadadock, one on chestnuts. I think that's the best thing we can do at the moment. Maple pastries, we are increasing. That's good. Bread, we're decreasing. I'll switch one of our bakeries back onto making bread. Okay, so you're going to go on to potatoes, and you can go on to spadadock. There you go. And our bakeries, which are up here, you can go back onto bread. You're still on cattail crackers. You're on maple pastries. That's all good. Okay, over in our new planting area, we are not long away from getting some of these first oaks actually planted, actually full grown. So maybe a couple of days. So they'll likely happen before the bad tide. So that's all good. Right. Up on the rim of our big reservoir, we have the first lot of explosives all laid in. So that's our tier 3 explosives laid in. And we've just started laying in the tier 2. Now, obviously, this is going to take quite a long time to lay all those in. Yeah, it's going to take a while. But that's okay. That's fine. We have plenty of time. We're not in any rush for this. Our injury rate is still fluctuating. We're down to 3 injured beavers. I'm happy with that. I mean, again, not happy, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, everything's going well now. Our stock of logs is slowly starting to increase again. So that's nice. And once these oaks start growing, then that should hopefully balance out again. Right, I will spin on to the start of the bad tide then, and we'll see what happens. Oh, I've just noticed we're no longer overflowing there. Oh, we're back again. Fair enough, that's all good. Okay, there it is. There's the bad tide started. It's going to be 4 days. That should be fine. Yep. That's already switched over. Now that one's switched over. So these, in theory, should be closed. They are indeed closed. Excellent stuff. All right, so that's all switched over okay. Up here, as you can see, we are still very slowly laying in these explosives. We have plenty. We're just a long way away. Yeah, I was going to put in some connections over this side, but yeah, it's not worth it. We're not in any hurry to get this done. I have put in a zipline station over here, connected up there, so they've got a shorter route from the explosive storage up there. I have set up to put in some storage for bad water and extract up here, but again, we're in no rush, really. I did switch off one of these printing presses, and we've already lost a lot of the books that we had in store, but we're building up a stock of paper again, so that's nice. Logs, yeah, we're doing all right. Down here, these are finally growing, so let me see if I can find the lumberjack flag. There we go. We'll turn these on, and ideally start collecting some of these logs as well, so that should increase all of that. Our maple pastries still aren't increasing a huge amount because, I mean, they just get eaten. Yeah, they get eaten very, very quickly, so we're basically kind of treading water with those a little bit at the moment, but that's fine. We still have nearly 500 in stock when they've all, when all of the beavers have had their fill, so that's fine. Over here, I have, if we jump down, I have closed that up, and I did close it up fairly early on, but as you can see, we've still got contamination in there. So obviously I need to close it up a lot sooner. So I'm going to open these up and let it all flush out that way. So yeah, I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to need to close that up, because it did seem to be, as I say, at pressure, but that bad water still managed to find its way in somehow. Yeah, don't know. And in theory, this should be decreasing, but does not appear to be. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's all emptying out nicely. This is obviously filling up with bad water, but it's fine. We don't have any beavers going over this way at all. We might lose some of these trees. We should be okay. We should be okay. As long as it doesn't flood any more than it already has, we'll be all right. So yeah, everything else is closed up. Everything else is hopefully pretty much where we need it to be. Yeah, I think we'll be all right with this this bad tide. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I'll spin on through it and come back basically at the end unless something drastic happens. There we go. End of the bad tide, and we barely noticed. Yeah, we didn't even drop the amount of water we have in storage, so it's all fine. Now, in theory, all of our sluices should now automatically switch back over. I will wait probably until maybe the end of the day before I sort out that other one in our central reservoir over here. Just give it a chance to sort of flush out all of that bad water. Our log storage has repaired itself, so that's good. In terms of our dynamite, it's going in. Slowly, but it's going in. It's going to pick up speed as we get around here. Obviously, there's not as much to lay down on the edges here as there was up here, and we are closer and getting ever closer to our storage. So that should speed things up as we progress. But it's still going to take a good, probably couple of weeks before we've got everything done here. Down here, we've got a lot of trees to cut down, which is nice. So that should help boost our log storage and keep it at a reasonable level, no matter how much of this stuff we use, which will be nice. So yeah, all in all, everything's going pretty well. Now, over here by our bad water reservoir, I've set up some power connectors. What I would like to just check, yeah, there we go, we can actually put paths on top. It wouldn't let me do it before they were built. But yeah, that's what I want to happen there, because I think it's about time we unlocked the dirt excavator and popped that in there. Now that is going to miss all of our, whoops, all of our sluices. It's going to miss all of the levees and everything, so that should be safe to go in there. I will pop that on a minor, what's the word I'm looking for? No, it's completely gone. Hang on. Priority. There we go. Dear, oh dear, my brain is not working. put that on a minor priority so it gets done. We've got all the stuff we need for it, more than enough. 800 gears, 300 planks, 700, nearly 800 metal blocks as well. So yeah, it's not going to be a problem getting the materials for that. What I will also do, oops, we do want some storage now. I think over here is probably our best bet. So let's pop some storage in there for dirt. There we go. Okay, and once that's all set up, once we've got a bit of a collection of dirt stored, we can think about putting in a mud bath, wherever that is. Nope, that's decoration. There we are. A mud pit, rather. To fill up our well-being a little bit more. So my words have absolutely escaped me now. Unbelievable. Yeah, so we'll get that set up. We'll set up a mud pit over here somewhere where it's close to our housing and ideally close to some sort of power. So I think it requires power, doesn't it? No. It does not require power. Okay, well that's all right then. We don't need to worry about power. Oh, it's a different design as well. Oh, I like that. Yeah, we can just sort of squeeze that in there, can't we? That'd be lovely. Nice. All right, yeah, we'll do that. And we can stick in some storage for dirt down here as well. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Right. Let's have a look. How's our water doing over here? Looks pretty clear. Right, let's close you up. And we will find our sluice there and we will open that up. Excellent. Right. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. We're doing all right. We are making progress. Our water supply is brilliant. Our food supply is brilliant. Our logs... Yeah, well, let's not talk about that too much. Injury rate isn't too bad at the moment. I think we're all right. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with our injury rate being where it is. We've got plenty of medical beds, so as soon as they do get injured, they can just go and get treatment. So that's not too bad. And we have plenty of available beavers anyway. Our well-being at 58 isn't too bad, considering we don't have a carousel, we don't yet have a mud pit, and we don't yet have the recultivator. There was some discussion about whether or not it would be possible to get to maximum well-being without using bots. I don't know. I suspect not, but it's going to be fun finding out, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. Really does help the channel out. YouTube has a thing now where you can hype videos, apparently, which I didn't know about until it turned up on my feed. So, yeah. Do that? Maybe? Sure. But please join us next time. That's the most important thing. Thank you very much. Until next time, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.